Hey guys, what's going on? This is John Fears. I am live. Welcome back to Fears Vlogs. I am with the great Tommy NC2010. What is going on, buddy?
Not much. I'm glad to be on here on the John Fears channel. Finally, I get an invitation after being snubbed for so long. Just waiting to get an interview from the great John Fears, and everybody compares me to you. Like me and you have been compared so many times of our
Yeah.
vlogging skills and our awkwardness and cringiness, and
Oh yeah, I know. Well, to set the record straight, Tommy, I am sorry, buddy. I wasn't trying to snub you. I should have listened to you at the very beginning. I had to block so many trolls. So let's start off this interview good. Welcome back to Tommy and John Fears. Many more collab videos to come.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait to meet John Fears in person someday in the future. That'd be awesome.
One of these days we're gonna meet, Tommy. One of these days we're gonna meet. And I just wanted to give Tommy an interview. I've interviewed you. I've interviewed my friend Jason. I've interviewed my good friend Sega Camp. Sega. He's all into video games. You guys are friends,
Yeah,
right?
Sega's a good friend of mine. Also, I've done many collaborations with that man on my channel.
Man, Sega is so awesome. Sega is so cool. We've done 3 interviews so far. I think we're going to do a part 4 in about a couple of days whenever Sega has a chance. Because usually Sega does Twitch streaming on Sundays. So I thought today would be the most perfect day to interview you. So Tommy, right off the bat, I'm going to ask you what is the future of Tommy NC2010? Like, talk about the newest projects that are coming.
It's hard to say because I'm working on vlogs, and it's hard to say what's coming up next and what's in the future. You just have to look forward. We'll see what's going to happen. And there's just many things that may be coming out soon. We're trying to raise money for Playlist Live right now.
Nice.
With the GoFundMe, and we're doing well on that. So we've just been trying to get people to donate, and me and Hobbs can go to Playlist and have a good time.
Now, since you brought up playlists, I have a real quick question to ask you. Is that a little bit different than VidCon, or is it the same thing?
It's kind of like the same thing, but a playlist is kind of like smallest to biggest, but Playlist Live at least, acknowledges the small creators. VidCon is kind of like snubbing people and like only wants the bigger YouTubers, and you won't see anybody featured at I'm not really featured at Playlist, but I like to go and the experience and meet people that I wouldn't possibly meet here in Western North Carolina.
Well, the only reason why I asked this is because I had a friend go to VidCon, and she told me all about it. And she's like, John, she's like, if you want to be a serious YouTuber, you got to get yourself to VidCon. And I was like, I was getting very confused. I'm like, isn't VidCon the same thing as Playlist Live? And I'm like, or do they call it the same thing? And then I'm like, well, whenever I have a chance, to ask someone, I'm going to ask. And I thought, oh, well, Tommy's been to both VidCon and Playlist Live.
No, I've never been to VidCon. I've only seen it, but I think, in my opinion, VidCon is like one of the snubbiest conventions, in my opinion. Like what I can see from it, and they're very snubbish, in my opinion.
Well, maybe my friend had a different view on it, Tommy, because she's kind of a littler YouTuber, so she went and she got she did vlogging and stuff, and she said she had a great time, and so maybe it's snubby because all the big, huge, like million subscriber YouTubers, they get to go like in certain panels and certain booths and stuff, and don't do as like the little YouTubers get to do as much. So I think maybe that's why she had a different.
I really think that these conventions should design a platform for us smaller YouTubers and devote just a thing to understand, get advice from smaller YouTubers, and not just focus on the bigger YouTubers, because it feels like a lot of times what YouTube does is they want to pick out certain people who they want to be a part of this platform.
Yeah.
And that's what I get my feeling is that in certain ways and in certain platforms there are openings for certain visions, and I feel like that YouTube should be focusing on also small YouTubers and not just big YouTubers, because he's
I agree.
these companies that say they're gonna push us these big names like Maker Studios and Full Screen, they're lying to us, folks. They're lying, and they just want our ad revenue, and that's what they're wanting. If there was a lawyer to go into each one of these companies, it'd be insane. Somebody once told me this, like if a lawyer took in time to go into social media in these big companies, they'd find out that half of the money that YouTubers are making, these companies are ripping off of us. So my best advice for you folks, don't get involved with a company and just stick with Google AdSense, because that's the best way for you to do and for you to make money on YouTube.
Well, Tommy brings up a big point, a good point. Tommy, I haven't even set up my ad revenue yet. I need to do that one day. I keep forgetting. I mean, I've just been having so much fun, making videos and uploading videos. Speaking of uploading videos, Fears has not been in the uploading mood. I haven't uploaded anything to FearsMan26 in quite a while. But Tommy, real quick before the next question, I just want to tell everyone said hello to Tommy. I have an official fan club now, Tommy. Someone made up an official. It's called the FearsMan26 official fan club, and he says hello, Tom. And he says hello, Tommy. So I don't know who he is. That I don't know who he is. I don't. He says he's not a troll. So and so far he's been running the Fears fan club quite well, but he says hello to you.
Hello to you too, sir. I hope that everything goes well with that, John. I hope that you can trust this person, and I hope that things can go well.
And to be honest, Tommy, when we started this interview, I did deserve what Tommy said. Like he was like, "Gosh, Fears has been snobby and not invited me on." It was a little bit of.
I brought it on myself because I brought it on I do admit that I brought it on myself for coming on your show and ranting about somebody else, and I do apologize for that.
But apology accepted. To be honest, Tommy, like I wanted to clear the air, because me and Tommy, I decided to give Tommy a second chance. I was like, everybody deserves a second chance, and Tommy is a good person, and he's gave tons of people multiple chances. So I was like, I'm a Christian, and Tommy, are you a Christian too?
Yes, I'm a Christian also.
So I was like, well, I'm like, Tommy is a Christian, so he'll give people multiple chances too. So I thought I'd give him. And the only really two things I did not like is when you came ranting on my show that one time, because we were just doing a birthday stream, and when you were yelling at Carrie. But I know sometimes Carrie can get on people's nerves. She's gotten on my nerves. But I just wanted to put everything in the past. And I said, and you know what? I said, Tommy was right about a few people. I said, there's some people that you can trust on the internet, and there's some people that you can't trust. And all the people that I have blocked are the ones that I cannot trust. And I'm sorry for not listening to you, Tommy. Because I think I was in that mode of I wanted to make everybody happy, and sometimes you can't make everybody happy. You just have to. You're friends with whoever you want to be friends with, and the other people, are not. Everyone's going to have an opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, man.
So, lots of people in the comments. I'm not going to read some because some people are starting the troll stuff already about the forest fires and all that stuff. So I'm not going to even acknowledge. Lucky Chucky says, hello, sir. Hello, sir, to you. I'm only going to read the nice ones. So what's up, Tommy? Hello. Yes. All right. So, Tommy, next question. I think right out of the bat, you know how much of a Ghostbuster fan Fears is. Favorite scene out of Ghostbusters, hands down. What is your favorite scene? I got to ask that question.
Okay. Ray, when somebody asks if you're a god, you say yes.
Classic Winston line. That is amazing. I got a few, sir. It's a scene. It's a very short scene, but it's right at the very beginning of the movie where they're going downstairs in the basement of that library, and then like Ray is like filming those.
He's like, I have an idea. And he's like, what's that? And he's like, get her. That scene you talking about?
Well, I do like that scene, but I also like the scene like where he's filming with the video camera and he says symmetrical book stacking, and then all of a sudden like Peter just looks at him and goes, you know what? You're right, Ray. He goes, no human being would stack books like this. And that gets me every time.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it is hilarious. I do love, there's so many scenes in that movie. There is no data Only Zool.
Oh, what a lovely singing voice you must have. I mean, Tommy is right. There's so many scenes in there. That's just a few of my favorites. But or maybe the one scene where he's teaching Winston how to like put the trap in the containment unit. That's a good scene too. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tommy, next question. Why do you think people? Because since there's a lot of trolls coming in, but let's just settle this right now. Why do you think people on the internet troll other people? Like, is it a form of jealousy, you think,
It's a form of jealousy, and I don't understand why people can't just pick up a vlogging camera and start making videos. And that's what takes away the jealousy is if you work on your own content, it's these people that sit back and they're afraid to make content. So what they do is they take their fears and they throw them at other people, and so that's the deal. That's the fear of jealousy, and it's jealousy is just fear. And so people take that jealousy and they throw it at other people, make people feel less significant because they can't make content. And the thing is, best thing for them to do is just to make content. That's the deal, and just to
Mhm.
get out there and pick up a camera. And that's how I started. Was I just picked up a camera one day and started vlogging, and I haven't stopped since. And I pick up the camera when I need to and make videos. And I've been working on vlog 100, right? Vlog 108
That's
right now.
awesome, man. I think there's other aspects to it too. Like I see these people make fake videos, like troll videos of me, and I try to report as many of them as possible to get them down. And I'll admit, some of these videos are really good edited. So in my mind, I'm thinking, why don't you take that good editing and actually make not a troll video or not like a hate speech video, and make an actual good video, like
Because they're lazy. Because all they know what to do is insult somebody, and they don't know how to push their self. So
exactly.
what they're gonna
So
do is a typical troll reminds me of somebody like a typical bully that just sits outside and waits for the geeky kid to walk by.
yeah.
And
Lucky Chucky says, "How are you?" and tell Tommy I said hello. Well, Lucky Chucky, I will say that. Tommy, Lucky Chucky says, "How are you?" and hello.
hello, can you see me anymore? I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your face.
Oh Lord, Tommy's singing
Hello.
away. That's
Yes.
great. So, but yeah, another thing is like in my mind, Tommy, I think like, man, this guy's got some editing skills. And when I was watching this hate video, I'm like, he's actually a better editor than me. And I was being honest, and I was like, why can't he take this and make it into a good video instead of a hate video? And I'm like, he's wasting his time because I'm just going to report the video, and then the video will take down, and then all of his hard work will be gone. I'm like, it's just kind of ridiculous. So that's one part of it. Another part of it is I think they love to get a rise out of people. Sometimes like it's not about hate, Tommy. They're just like, you know what? Let's see how much of a rise we can get out of fears. And a few times they've got a rise out of me, and I've had to take like a stream down, or I've had to take a vlog down or something because I don't like to see myself get angry. So it really sucks when people do that, but I just have took your advice and other people's advice. They're like, fears, just don't give them anything. And I've gotten better at it. I'm not fully better at it, but I'm getting better at ignoring them and just like blocking them, instantly. So I
Understand.
appreciate I appreciate your advice, Tommy. So when you and Hamza, and how long have you guys been friends? I've heard.
We have been friends since I've quit my job recently. So I've been friends with him since I worked at Ingles.
Okay, okay. So did Hamza work at Ingles with you? Because I was just curious. Because I've seen.
Basically, I'll just tell you the story. What happened was I was working at Ingles, and I just was. I guess I don't know what I was doing. I was just wandering around, and I look up at him, and he's like, "How can I help you?" And I'm like, "Have you ever watched the movie Major Pain?" And he's like, "No." And me immaturely, I said to him, "You idiot!" Like really loudly for some reason, and I just marched off. Well, after that, basically, I was at Taco Bell and I was talking to some people, and that this tells you how old I am. I'm like, like I said, oh, I don't have a MySpace. I've always wanted my parents want me to have a MySpace because they don't want to
Oh
help.
man, that goes way back. I remember
Yeah,
having a
and
MySpace.
he walked up to me and he's like, "Hey, dude, I can help you get a MySpace. Just here's my phone number, and
Hmm.
we can hook things up, and I'll make you." And I told him I wanted all these awesome effects. I didn't understand what it goes to making a MySpace and what the effect of it was. And I was just like, boom, boom, boom,
Yeah,
There's,
it's been so long since I guess technically my old MySpace is still up, but I haven't looked at it in years. I mean, as
my
soon as
last post for my MySpace was an invitation to a certain WrestleMania. That was the
okay,
last post I ever made on my MySpace.
I couldn't even tell you, Tommy, the last post. I remember uploading a lot of photos on MySpace, and then once Facebook came out, I was like, wow, Facebook's just way better than MySpace. I'm gonna just forget MySpace. It just I haven't even looked back. I just got a Facebook, and I was like, all right, this is way better. So yeah.
Yeah,
So that was quite a few years ago. So how many years of friendship you and Hamza? Has it been like 4 or 5?
it's been quite a long time. We've been friends. I can't count how long we've been friends, but we have been through tough,
That's awesome.
tough.
Well, and the reason why I brought that up is because I don't know much about Hamza, but whenever I was preparing questions, I was like, I'm going to ask Tommy about Hamza because I've seen him in quite a few videos, and the last video I did watch was I've watched you interviewing a wrestler, and then another video about it says TommyNC2010 getting real or something like that. It's
Tommy
like
Talks Getting Real.
yes, yes.
That was another interview that we were that I did with those wrestlers. And I learned that's where you don't say that to a wrestler. You don't say, "Oh yeah, wrestling's fake," and then you have a heel there also. You know, a face won't say much, but a heel is going to snap your neck. And I tell you what, the wrestling universe is massive. It is a very massive universe, and you meet a lot of wrestlers, semi-professional wrestlers, and they're really cool people. They're real people. You know, they could be the butcher man, they could be the mailman. You know, these people strap boots on and they jump in the ring and they beat each other up in the ring, and you don't realize it. Hey, that's my mailman. You know, my mailman. You know, if he wants to, he can give me a leg drop or he can give me a pile driver right into my mailbox. You know,
Now
these people are
now
real
you,
people.
now you're really into wrestling. Like you're like my best friend Eric. My best friend Eric, my best friend Trent. They're really into wrestling. And I told Eric one day, just joking, I'm like, Eric, it would be a miracle if John Fierce could list maybe 10 wrestlers on my fingers. You know, like let's see if I can do it. So Tommy knows more wrestlers, so I want to start it off. So here we go. So Macho Man Randy Savage, The
Dead.
Miz, but he's still a wrestler though, right?
Yeah.
That still counts. So Macho Man Randy Savage, The Miz, Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Undertaker, Kane, Ultimate Warrior, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes.
Oh God, come on, Fierce. See, I can't think of anyone else. I got 8, so I failed miserably. Tommy, go ahead and name off some of your favorite wrestlers.
The Undertaker, John Cena, Bill Goldberg, Sting.
Nice, nice. I'd say whenever I was a kid growing up, my 2 favorite were The Rock and Stone Cold. I mean, nothing against Hulk Hogan. I do like Hulk Hogan, but I loved that rivalry between Stone Cold Steve Austin and him just fucking with Vince McMahon. I remember one time he filled up Vince McMahon's Corvette with
Hey, John, look at this.
cement.
By the way, you're calling me right now. Just to let you know that with your old number, you are calling me. By the way, just to let you know.
Oh, nice spoofing. All right, way to go. Woo-hoo-hoo. And guess what, Tommy? We've got 8 dislikes. Yay! All
Hello?
right.
Hello.
Oh, this will be good.
Tonight's calling from John's Pizza. Your pizza's out for delivery, but we're having problems processing your credit card.
Yeah,
Well, that sucks because I really wanted some pizza, man. Hey, extra pepperonis.
no pepperonis for me. I can't eat pepperoni anymore. I just not good for the digestion. You know, I gave up pepperoni a long time ago.
Well, you know what? Have that person call back. No pepperoni on Tommy's pizza and extra pepperonis on it for Fierce. Yes,
Yeah.
please. Yes, please. So, Tommy, the next question. I know you said recently, like me and you were talking privately one time, and you said you want to travel more. If you had a chance to go anywhere, where would you go and why? Anywhere, like sky's the limit. Sky's the limit.
It's hard to say where I would like to go, because it's just like anywhere is beautiful, and I think Chicago, Illinois, to meet Doug Walker. That's one place I'd love to go is to meet. I sent Doug Walker a thing, in the mail, and he has not responded back to me. And I'm like, I sent him a plaque that my sister-in-law made, and I sent him that tombstone that I made a while back ago, and I hope it's not like in 1,000 pieces now, and not just thrown away.
Now don't make fun of me. I have absolutely no idea who Doug Walker is. Who is Doug Walker?
The nostalgia critic. You never
Oh,
heard
okay. I didn't know his real name. I didn't know what his real name. He wears that black hat with the red tie, right? And he has a YouTube channel. I've watched some of his videos.
That guy with the glasses.com, he used
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Now he works for a company called Channel Awesome, and they have a warehouse that he works out of now in Chicago. And
Oh, nice.
I got an exclusive interview with him. I don't know if you saw it on my channel. I interviewed him. It was awesome to get the interview, and he gave me his PO box, but then I haven't got a single response out of him, and I don't know what's going on.
I don't think I've ever seen that interview. I've seen tons of interviews, but I'll have to look up your channel and watch that one because that sounds cool. Because one of my favorite episodes that he did was, I'm a big fan of Double Dare. Like when I was a kid, I used to watch Double Dare, and he reviewed Double Dare, and that episode that he did was amazing. It was great. Have you seen that episode where he reviewed Double Dare?
No, I don't think so. But I've watched.
God.
I've watched the Godzilla reviews. I've watched all sorts of the reviews.
I think I've seen. Didn't he do two Godzilla reviews? Like one of the old Godzilla movies and then one of the new ones.
Yeah, one of the new ones.
I think I saw the one where he reviewed the newest one, but don't quote me on it. So
yeah.
So Tommy, all right, I asked this for everybody because I'm just curious because sometimes Fears gets low self-confidence on his videos. What is your favorite vlog that I've ever done, and then what's your favorite FearsMan26 video? So we'll start with the vlogs. What's been one of your favorite vlogs that I've ever done?
I think it was one of your workout videos. You were just like, delete, you're just like this, and you're just like, I think a lot of your videos are very good. I've seen some of your videos, John, and you do a lot of good content. I've popped in and out of your channel, and you make a lot of good content, man.
And so then what's one of your favorite videos that I've done on FearsMan26? Because I tell everybody the main difference...
Oh, yes. One of your would be the Punisher video. And
the short film?
Yeah, the short film. That was one of my favorites. And you did a very good job of playing John. What is his name?
Frank Castle.
You did a good job of playing Frank Castle. You had no emotions. I think that you've done an amazing job. You did an amazing job of playing that role.
Well, I appreciate that, buddy. Like, I wanted to tell the one thing that I didn't do is I watched all the Punisher stuff before we shot that, and I was like, there's so much dialogue and stuff. I said nobody's told a story through music, and I didn't say one word of dialogue in there. I told the music. I let the music tell the story, and then my friend Keegan wanted a line of dialogue. He's like, well, give me something, man. Give me something. I said, all right. I said, I'll give you the only line of dialogue. And so Keegan did a good job. And we shot that in one day, but we were at that cemetery for like hours. And there was like a caretaker there. And we said, hey, do you mind if we just come in, get a few shots? We're not going to mess with anyone's, grave. We're not going to do anything wrong. And he was like, yeah. And so he's like, do you guys mind if I watch like from the distance? I was like, yeah. I'm like, you can watch. Like, we're not going to do anything. And I said, I bought some flowers. I said, there's one scene like where I got to put some roses down. He's like, yeah, that's cool. I said, can I just leave the flowers there like whenever we're done? And he's like, yeah, just leave them there. And I was like, okay, cool. So we shot it, and I think it took us about 2-3 hours, but which is funny because we shot for like almost 2 or 3 hours, and I think it's only like 2 minutes long. But so I had to edit out a lot of stuff, but I think it came out great. One of my favorite videos of yours, Tommy. I mean, there's so many, but I do love some of your interviews, and I do love. I can't think of the name of it. But it was when you went to some convention. You went to some convention, and I can't remember what convention it was, but everybody was like coming up to you, asking you for pictures and stuff. And I was like, you know what, way to go, good for Tommy. Good for Tommy. He's getting some exposure and stuff. And speaking of exposure, I rewatched the Tosh video that you re-uploaded, and I had never seen the Made video, so I watched that. I've watched bits and pieces of it. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I will watch the rest of it, and that was really good, man. So I wanted to ask a question about Made. Did they approach? Sure. Did they approach you to do Made, or did someone write to you?
So what happened was this is what happened. When I was in high school, before I was a nobody, no one knew who I was, and they didn't realize my talent and what I was. They announced it on the intercom, and they said there's gonna be auditions for the show MTV's Made. I called up my mom. I said, "Hey, Mom, I'm gonna stay after school, and I'm going to do an audition for the show." And she's like, I don't think they're going to pick me, really. And they're like, oh, she's like, okay, have fun with that, Tommy. And then, I stayed after school, and I went for my audition. I was the last kid to walk in there. And she's like, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I do impressions. And she's like, okay, do one for me. So I did the Joker, and I jumped up. I laughed at her, like, as the Joker, and she jumped out of her seat. And she's like, what would you like to be? And I'm like, oh, I want to be a movie director. And so after that, she's like, next. And so I left, and they didn't pick me first. And I waited a little bit around Christmas time. And I got my mom and dad got a phone call, and they came out. They filmed an episode with me, and that's how it came to be.
So at first they didn't pick you, but then I guess they changed their mind and said, you know what, we'll give him a shot. That's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. That's awesome. It's just one of those things, like when we were talking about trolls and stuff, Tommy. I think that's the only thing wrong with YouTube. Like, people sometimes abuse their power on YouTube, and they make like fake accounts, and they make these fake videos. And I think the only thing that YouTube should change is it would be so great if they could just get rid of the comment section,
Yeah.
Which it would be good and bad, because it would be good in the sense that you'd get rid of all those trolls, and
Hey, John, just a second. I'm gonna look up your stream, and I'm gonna share it on my Twitter. Okay. John Fears. Okay. Which channel are you live on exactly right now?
I'm on Fears Vlogs. That's my second channel. But my first channel was FearsMan26, which, by the way, guys, Fears has hit. I've went over 1,000, Tommy. I'm at 1,061 on FearsMan26, so we're getting progress here, buddy.
Congratulations, dude! I just want to say congratulations to that. I'm trying to find. I'm on FearsMan26, but I'm having a hard time finding Fears Vlogs.
It's just Fears Vlogs. FearsVlogs. Fears Vlogs.
Okay, hold on a second. Fears Vlogs.
If you can't find it, don't worry about it.
Okay, hold on a second. We're live. Okay, just a second. Let me just turn down my volume here.
Okay.
And I'm going to share this on my Twitter, okay?
Sweet.
There's an ad. Are you sure you're not monetized? Because you have an ad on here.
Well, no, I've monetized them, but like when you do the AdSense, I haven't set up my AdSense account, so I monetize all my videos, but in order to get the payment, I haven't set up all the accounts and all that stuff.
Check out this epic interview. I'm being interviewed by John Fears.
Yeah, dude, it's Fears.
Share, and there we go. It is on my Twitter now, and so hopefully some of my viewers will come over for the interview.
That's awesome. Well, before we go, we have to plug, because we already plugged Fears Vlog. Before the end of the interview, we got to plug FearsMan26, because FearsMan26 is my main channel. Fears Vlogs is just to have fun and interview people and do streams and do vlogs. So I don't put as much work into Fears Vlogs as I do into FearsMan26. So, okay, so... But yeah, so back to what I was saying, I think it'd be a lot better if they got rid of the comment section entirely. But see, in one aspect, it would be good, Tommy, because then you'd get rid of all those hate comments. But on the other end, what about all the nice people? I get more nice comments than bad comments. Occasionally I get the bad comment, but because then that would suck. Because then all those people that wanted to say all those nice things, You know, they couldn't be able to. It's kind of like a love-hate relationship, I guess, if you think about it.
Yeah,
But
I get what you're saying.
I just wanted your thoughts on it.
I think that the comments are a mixture of different things, jealousy and love, and there's a lot of love in the comments, and there's a lot of hate.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people that are sour. Don't be sour. Don't you dare be sour. Clap for your WWE. Sorry, that's just
it's all right.
some New
I'll,
Day.
I'll be honest. The first time I met you, Tommy, I didn't get you. Like, and I was just like, he wears suits all the time, and I just didn't get you. And at first, and I shouldn't have listened to certain people. And it wasn't everybody. It was a mixture. Like some people said you were good, some people said you were bad, and I felt like I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say here, because
Those people that said that to you, they were just jealous and angry because of my success. They were just angry.
Another thing is my parents always raised me to not to judge people and to be cool with everybody. So I was trying to like be cool with everybody. So if I ever hurt your feelings, Tommy, I am sorry. And Tommy's apologized to me, guys. So like I just want to let Tommy know and my fans know and everybody know, even if the trolls come in here, I just wipe the slate clean and like Fears is on a neutral level, and I treat everybody with dignity and respect. Except if somebody gives me a reason to hate them, like Yakov. Yakov's done so many horrible things to me. Then I just, I kind of
shout out to Adam Bachidi. He's in the chat. You Hollywood to you too, Adam Bachidi.
So like it's one of those things, Tommy, that I learned from Tommy. He said, Fears, I don't deal with trolls. The minute they say something crazy or nuts or bad, I just get rid of them. And I was like, you know what? I haven't got time for this crap either. So I get rid of them just like that. So Tommy, I do have I want to tell you something before we get on to the next question. I have some good news, buddy. Some really good news. I don't know if you're cool with this guy. I think you are, but yesterday I was doing a show, and out of nowhere, you'll never guess who popped in. I never expected in a million years for him to pop in because I haven't seen him in like 8 or 9 months. Do you want to take a guess? Do you want to take a guess who that was?
Who was that?
TommyNC out of nowhere.
So he's not dead.
He's not dead. Everyone was accusing me of killing him. And I was like, I didn't do shit to TommyNC. So he pops in, and because the trolls have gotten me paranoid now, I'm afraid sometimes to let people in the show. The only people that I like bring into the show and talk with them like here on the screen is people that I really, really trust. And I didn't know if I could trust Timmy, but I took a chance, because I hadn't talked to him like in 8 or 9 months. And of course he came in and he was very respectful, and he didn't like give out the link, and it was a great interview. And he said that, of course, Timmy jokes a lot. So I asked him, I said, where have you been? And he said that somebody tied him up and put him under a bridge. And I just started laughing because I didn't know if that was real or not. And then I said, well, Timmy, I said, like, what's your big return? Why have you returned to us? And he said a couple of reasons. He said, I came back to see some great John Fears content, and I came back to hear some more Randall stories, which Randall is my friend, and I think you've met Randall. So I didn't know what to believe with Timmy, but yes, I didn't get much information out of him because he's such a secretive guy, Tommy. But Timmy is back, and I was like, well, I can't wait to tell Tommy this because. Are you a fan of Timmy? Like, do you like his content, or do you think he's weird, or what?
He like I don't know what to expect out of him. I don't know if he says he's a fan, but sometimes I think his videos kind of like I don't know what to think about his videos. I gave him a shout out once for my channel.
Well, and he did make you that great intro for your movie review. It's you and your friend.
Yeah, well, then I kind of he took something good. He took something good, and then he completely messed it up. Like he completely turned into hate speech, and like he did a good job. Like he could have taken it farther, but then he decided to become a troll, and then like absolutely troll me, and then talk about something negative about me, which is not true. And he just he had a great opportunity. He could have grabbed that brass ring, but he avoided that. But he just kept up picking those little gold nuggets that don't cost anything, and he could have made something class A for movie review, in which he would have got a shout out and every single one of movie reviews, but he decided to blow it off and decide that he would not make something private for me and just absolutely make some garbage content which is, sorry to offend you, Timmy, but I didn't like that video. Now that you're back, I can't wait to see what content you have to make, but like, I hope it's decent. I hope that you're coming back and you're revived and that you'll make some decent fan videos.
Well, I mean,
and by the way, Timmy, yes, by the way, you may be slapping your edit onto my videos, but it's still my content. It's still my face. It is not your videos. It is my videos. They're underneath my roof, and you're technically taking my content off of my roof and slapping, taking a paintbrush and painting over my artwork, but it's still my content and still it's my face that you're using.
I'm sorry. I was just checking out the comments. People were asking why I haven't read them. But, well, I was trying to do an interview, guys. I can't do two things at once. So a lot of people have been saying, I think Hamza's in the chat. He says, "What's up, Tommy and Fear?" It says, is Hamza's YouTube, Hamza, how do you say his last name? V-A-N?
No, it's Hamza Vlogs. He has
I don't know if that's Hamza then. That may be somebody else.
Hamza operates off of Hamza Vlogs. That's his channel.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Hamza, if it's you, please send me a text message and let me know if it's you. But if it was actually Hamza would actually text me and say, "Yeah, this is me, Tommy. I'm on Fears' stream." But if he doesn't text me, it's not him.
Well, I don't want to read all the comments because some of them are very bad, Tommy, but some of them are very good. But a couple people say hello. I'm sorry that I was not checking out the chat, guys. I was listening to Tommy's conversation and I was being polite. So, but I'll try and jump back and forth as much as I can. But anyway, the only reason why I brought up Timmy is he's never trolled me, Tommy, but I do think some of his content is funny and. But I didn't know that you and him had some beef, but I just wanted to let you know he's not dead. And, a lot of people were blaming me for his death, and I'm like, I didn't do shit. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill him. I swear to God. And other people, I was like, he left on his own. I'm like, he decided to come back. But I was glad that he came back. I was so happy. I was like, oh, hey, Timmy, what's going on? How you been? And apparently Vinyl Joe is gone. Good. Now that's good ridden to good rubbish.
No, it's bad. It's bad. Good riddance to bad rubbish.
I'm sorry.
Good riddance to bad rubbish. That's how you say that.
I totally messed up that analogy. I'm sorry, guys. But
no
anyway.
problem.
Yeah.
No problem, John. I'm not. I don't think any less of you because of it.
Well, Tommy,
I don't care what YouTube thinks about you. I don't care what your trolls say about you. I still like you.
I like you too, Tommy, and I'm sorry about all the drama in the past. Like, I'm glad that we can just start off on a fresh note, and I shouldn't, the thing was I wasn't ready. Like, I had a YouTube channel for so long, and I was just in a small little bubble, and then when I got invited to be on Rasmus Rants, which I enjoyed, like, he interviewed me, it was great. It's not so much Raz, it was like all the other bad trolls came, and I was not ready for all that. I was like, oh my God, I'm like, and people started like giving me death threats, and people started calling my phone 24 hours a day. I was like, man, this is nuts. But I just wanted to put all the bad crap in the past, Tommy, and just move on. And I'm glad that I'm glad that I gave you a second chance, and I'm glad that you gave me a second chance, buddy, because I was like, Tommy does his own thing, and I do my own thing, and I'm like, I shouldn't make fun of Tommy, and people, not everybody, but some people were manipulating me, and I'm glad that I got rid of all those bad people, all those bad trolls. Like I said, anyone that I have not blocked, I'm cool with. All the ones that I have blocked, I'm done. So anyway, Quentin says, "Hey Tommy, can I get a shout out?" Well, I'll give you a shout out. Quentin Sega Camps. Oh, I'm sorry, Quentin Sega Camps Mod. What is going on? We're just having a nice interview with TommyNC2010. Tommy, let's talk about your channel name. So obviously Tommy came from your name, but where did the 2010 part come from? Like,
Western North Carolina, and the 2010 came from, let's say, year I graduated.
Okay. I thought maybe it was, like 2010 is when you started a YouTube channel.
I don't know if you can see that on my ring. It says 2010. You know, I went to that's and I went to high school, and that's where I got the name TommyNC2010, and
Oh,
it's
that's cool.
been ever since I started my channel.
That's cool, man. Like I thought maybe the 2010 came from like whenever you, because that's how I did mine. Like Fears Man came from I used to run on the track team, and I ran so fast that like my coach gave me a nickname. He's like, Fears, you run so fast. And I was in high school and I ran track in high school, and I was going to run track in college, but my college didn't have a track team. And he said, Fears, your name is no longer Fears. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, you run so fast, you're like a superhero. He's like, give me like a day and I'll give you a nickname. So the next day I came in, for track practice. He's like, you are the Fears Man. And I was like, that's cool, coach. I'm like, I can roll with the Fears Man. And then so whenever I was creating a YouTube channel, I just took these two things, Tommy. I took Fears Man. I thought, oh, well, I'm 26 at the time of me creating a YouTube channel. I'll just name it Fears Man 26. And I'm like, that'll be good enough. And I'm like, if I want to change it later, then, there it is. But I never changed it. I was like, I'll just keep it up. Lucky Chucky says, Fears, read this. Tommy, I may ship you a new MVP if you need a computer to edit on. I figured you needed one.
What's the MVP?
I don't know what. I have no idea. That's what Lucky Chucky said. I have no idea.
Well, if you're welcome to send me something like that. I don't know what an MVP is, but you're welcome to send me anything for Mailbox Monday, and we'll open it up on Mailbox Monday. If and it's useful technology, I will use it to my full need.
You know what, Tommy? Pixel, a good friend of mine, makes a good point. He says, Fears, it took him a day to come up with Fears Man as a hero name or as a nickname. It works, though. I never thought of that. It did. I remember my coach. I'm not making the story up. He did look at me and say, well, give me a day, Fears. I'll think of something. And when he came in, I said, I looked at him, and either I asked him, like, hey, coach, like, did you think of anything? I'm like, I don't care if you give me a nickname or not. And then he said, yeah. He goes, I think you're going to be the Fears Man. And I was like, okay, it works. And I never thought about that, Pixel, until now. So that's hilarious. Pixel says, did you ever ask what his favorite meal was? I had to leave. Oh, Pixel had to leave for a minute. No, but we can do that now, Pixel. My favorite meal is I love salads as an appetizer. And one of my favorite meals, Tommy, is I love steak, French fries, and I like mashed potato.
We all
mashed potato. That's one of my favorites. But what is one of your favorite meals, Tommy? Because I know you tweet before you eat.
Chinese food. That's one of my favorite meals. That is one of my favorite things is Chinese food and different other foods also.
That's cool. Well, I remember watching one of your Chinese reviews. It was you, Hamza, and somebody else. I can't remember what the other.
His name is Heath, and he's a very an interesting guy. He's a very straightforward guy, and he's just Heath. We're trying to get. I apologize that we've been so late. Hamza's been editing the Food Dude Review Crew, so he wants to be perfection, and we apologize. We have many more reviews to come out, and we are going to be making more content together. Me and Hamza will.
Well, speaking of perfection, Tommy, I needed your advice on something, and I wanted your open and honest opinion. People have been begging me for more of the cartoon of Fears Man, and I said, look, I'm not going to throw up a piece of garbage. I said, like I said, it takes Randall like weeks and weeks and weeks to animate that. And so it took Randall, that, cartoon trailer that you said you love, that took him about 3 weeks to animate that. And that was like maybe 1:30, I think. So one, what do you think of the new cartoon coming out? And how excited are you for the first actual full length episode? And just tell me what you think of it so far as a whole.
I love it. It is awesome. It's one of the most amazing piece of content I've ever seen. And it's truly awesome, dude.
That's cool, man. I really appreciate that. And I basically just took aspects of like Superman and did a parody of Superman, and then I just took aspects of my life. I was like, okay, I'm a security guard, so that'll be like his Clark Kent's like alter ego. And then some of my favorite colors are green, black, blue, and yellow. So I thought, all right, I'll make his costume blue and yellow. So I thought that would work. So, but Pixel, his favorite meal is Chinese food. And then Pixel says Chinese food is very good after hitting the weed. Oh, I forgot. Yes, Pixel does like smoking the weed. I did. Yes, Pixel. If you ever come to Wizard World, Fears may have to try it with you. Pixel so wants to. I'm serious. Pixel's like, Fears, we got to get high at Wizard World, and I'm like, all right, man, let's do it. And I'll be honest, I did it a couple of times in college. Back then, it wasn't my thing, but I was so young and stupid back then. I don't know.
John, also, fan meetup, August the 20th at 12 o'clock.
Okay, go ahead and plug it, Tommy. Go ahead and plug it.
At 12 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 12:30-ish, there'll be a fan meetup at Lake Tomahawk for the fans if they want to come out to Western North Carolina and meet me in person. We'll do autographs, hang out, take pictures. We'll shoot a vlog. And we'll have a great time, and all fans are invited, including you, John. If you wanted to, have your dad or your mother and father drive you out to Western North Carolina. And
I mean, I can drive, Tommy.
Oh, you can't. Well, John, you're always welcome to come out to Western North Carolina and hang out. And you're even also, since you're an exclusive friend, you're welcome to come to the birthday party we're going to be throwing also, because it's on the 19th. It's funny. My fan meetup is the 20th, and my birthday is August the 19th. So we're going to be having a great time, and the Foul Mouth Network is going to be there. They're coming down from New York. We're going to have a great time.
That's awesome, man. I do work a lot, but if I get time, I wouldn't mind coming down. Maybe I take off work for 2 or 3 days and come down. So I wouldn't mind it, but I'll definitely. Someone said, when is the Fears Man meetup? Well, I got to get some more fans before I do a Fears meetup. I don't have enough. I don't have enough fans to do a Fears meetup. But anyway. I mean, it's growing though, Tommy. We're getting there. 1,061.
It's happen for you, John. I can't wait to see you grow and make more content, and I can't wait to see you, blossom into a, you have already an awesome channel, and I can't wait to see what comes out of your channel. It's gonna be awesome.
It comes down to sometimes I have confidence and sometimes I don't have confidence. Like the last week or two, I haven't really uploaded much on FearsMan26, and it was a little bit of needed a break. These trolls making these videos about me, and I was like, you know what? Fuck them. I'm just gonna go on my. And plus, I also had to do it with now that during the summer, Tommy, they've got me floating around. I do have one. You know how I said I work in security? I have one permanent spot, but during the summer, they have a lot of people that get sick and a lot of people that go on vacation. So they've been having me hop around, and I hate hopping around to different locations. It sucks. And so now I have different hours. Now I work 2 to 10 during the week, and I get Saturday and Sunday off. So
myself, I actually quit my job, and I've been looking for a job, but I've been looking for a job, so I'm kind of out of a job right now. So
you know what? You said you make pretty decent money through YouTube. So while you're looking for a job, you can just keep doing the YouTube thing. Keep getting those YouTube monies, those YouTube paychecks. Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let me read some comments. Someone says, "Yeah, Fears, you should go to the Hangout. Fears, go." I mean, I'm thinking about it, And then, I'm not going to read that one. JJ Hobo, because Tommy is not a big fan of Vinyl Joe, so let's not read that one. FearsMan26 official fan club says, "We have a whole fan club. That's enough fans to do a meetup." Yeah, but FearsMan26 official fan club, a lot of those, about 6 or 7 of them are trolls. So I wouldn't want them coming because I never want to meet those people ever in my life. Because if I did, I'd probably be up for murder, Tommy. One person in particular. Yak off. Fears would pretty much. What would be a great wrestling term? I'd pretty much body slam him through a table.
Yes, or put him through a table, or give him a backbreaker, or you choke slam him into the mat until his teeth pop out. That's a lot of good wrestling moves. Tombstone pile driver, a spear. A nice spear that will absolutely destroy him.
But see, I'm such a nice guy. If I ever did meet him in real life, I'd be like, why all the hate, man? Why couldn't you have just, I don't really know what I'd say. It'd be really awkward, because he said so much horrible things. So, I try not to. What's the word? What am I trying to say? I'm not trying to. I don't try to fight fire with fire. I try to be the better person, and that's why I just blocked him. And just
fighting fire with fire is basically like throwing gasoline on a fire, and that's
Because if you agitate a troll, then he's just gonna agitate you back. So that's what I meant by fighting fire with fire. So I said I try not to do that, and I just blocked him, and I just try to walk away, because anyway. What was I going to say? But yeah, guys. JJ Hobo said, "How do you join Fears' fan club?" All you got to do is just go to Twitter, JJ Hobo, and it's called FearsMan26 Official Fan Club, and then you just you click subscribe. So Tommy, if we ever did a collab video, what would you want to do? Because I was trying to think about this. I was like, what type of video could
I think that should be a surprise. I think that we shouldn't. I think we should keep that a surprise, and I think that it should be kept closed to discussion, because I think if TommyNC2010 and John Fears get together, I think the universe is going to combine and it's going to explode in one gigantic, gigantic thing.
Tommy, I don't judge anyone, but man, you are the most unique person I've ever met on YouTube, which is cool. I mean, because people have said the same thing about me. So I love that Tommy does his own thing. And I do have a question. And guys, I want to let you know in advance before I ask Tommy this. This is not a troll question. I've just always curious. And ever since me and Tommy were friends, and even before all the drama, and now that we're cool, Tommy, I'm going to ask you something. And because I've always wanted to know, and I'm just curious. And guys, one more time, this is not a troll question. I just want to know, Tommy, where did the suits come from? Like, why did you start wearing suits? Because I know, like when I watched Made, you looked about 14 or 15. So I know you've been wearing suits for a long, long time. Where did all that come from?
No. You remember what they said? A 19-year-old kid from Black Mountain, North Carolina, will take matters into his own hands.
Oh, that's right. See, I only watched a bit. I only watched about half of it, Tommy. And Fears in his memory. My fans know I have a bad memory sometimes, so I couldn't. You just looked really young in it, so I need to watch the other half of it. So I will watch. Yeah, but I'm just curious, where did all the suits come from, and why do you wear suits?
Just a second, John.
Okay. Tommy will be back in just a second, guys. FearsMan26 Official Fan Club says, "I'm a sailor. I can protect you from it." It's nothing about protection, FearsMan26 Official Fan Club. I just don't want them to come. Period. I don't want them coming at all. I don't want them coming at all. And I wouldn't ever want to meet them. Pixel said, it'd be like the mega powers in WWF. No, he's cool, FearsMan26. He's taking a phone call, actually, right now, which is okay. I don't mind. Yeah, Pixel, Pixel and everybody, I just decided to give Fears, I said Fears. I just decided to wipe the slate clean with Tommy, The only thing I ever had a problem with him was when it was with the bad stuff that he said about Carrie, and then him, going ballistic on my show way back when. But, you shouldn't hold grudges, and you should just wipe the slate clean. Okay, Tommy is back. While you were on the phone, Tommy, I was talking to FearsMan26 Official Fan Club, and I was talking to Pixel. So I was just curious. So where did all the suit?
Well, one day I just watched a movie where a guy was wearing a suit and he was getting a lot of respect, and I thought, you know what? That's what I need. That's what look I need is the suit. And I used to wear suits just a picture day, and a lot of people would give me, people would be nice to me, and they're like, "Tommy, nice suit." And so one day I said, you know what? I'm just going to wear suits all the time. I'm just going to wear a suit to school every single day and be the guy that's a little bit different. And that's how I became myself and started wearing suits and was different. And from that day forward, look, John, you're trying to call me again.
Oh, sweet. Here, let me answer it. Hey, Tommy, what's going on? Hey, buddy. I love it.
Hello? Hello?
I love it. They never stop. It's great.
Hello? Hello?
Subscription, stay canceled. Cats bury their feces to cover their trails from predators.
Oh, man. That's great. That's great. I'll give them this, Tommy. They are dedicated. They are dedicated trolls, man. They will
They
not
use
stop.
a website. They use a
I know they do.
They're lazy. They're actually being lazy, and they're using a stupid website. That's what they're doing.
But you got to give them credit, man. You got to give them credit. They are determined, and they will not stop. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, they know I'm live with you, so they're trying to ruin our stream. So that's why.
You know what you should do, Tommy? There's a thing called "Let's turn off my cell phone," and then
I can't because I have to wait for my mom. She's coming to.
Oh, okay.
she's coming to get my laundry, and so I have to wait for her to call me. And if I turn my phone up, she'll be very upset at me.
Oh yeah, well I don't want Mrs. Fenton getting mad.
Whoa, please, I know people know my name
Oh,
now,
sorry.
but it's TommyNC2010. But I know I've released my name now, and but I knew I was part of the brunt of worrying about with my identity, but I wanted to release
No.
my name.
I understand. No, I'm sorry about that. Fears Man official fan club says, Fears, would you be willing to wipe the slate clean with any of the trolls? No, not really, because of the hateful things they have done. Some of the stuff they have done is unforgivable, like calling my mother.
But John, if my mom does call me, I may have to run downstairs to give her my basket. Okay,
That's fine. That's fine.
If you want to just take over the show when she does call me, I may have to run downstairs. Okay.
Yeah, that's no problem. You can just run down, give her the basket, and then you can come back up. We'll wait for you. Don't worry about it. It's cool. So, Lucky Chucky, I'm Lucky Chucky. I'm not going to ask that. No.
What other question do you have for me, John?
I do. I'm trying to think. Let's see. So, whenever I asked you about where you'd travel, you said you'd go to Chicago. I think I would want to go to a few places. Obviously, I haven't visited my England family in about since 2010. I'd want to go there. But like, if you could go anywhere out of the country, Tommy, where would you want to go? Anywhere out of the country. Where would you want to go? Because I love to travel. I love road trips, like driving somewhere. Because I know how to drive. I love road trips. I love like little tiny trips, like a day trip somewhere. I like traveling like for 2 weeks somewhere. It doesn't matter to me. So
I think one place would be Germany, and the other place would be England.
That's cool. Well, you'd love England, man, because I've been there 25 times in my life because I have British family there, and it is amazing. Like, awesome nightlife. There's only one thing that I haven't got to do that my mom and my dad, whenever they went, they got to do. Have you ever heard of Stonehenge? You know, that old kind of that structure that was like made like in like 500 like before
Which
Christ.
In every single movie they destroy. Absolutely.
Yeah. I've always wanted to check that out. My mom and dad said it's a cool thing, but really, in actuality, it's just a bunch of rocks in the middle of a field. But it's so cool, though, because it's been there for like thousands and thousands of years. You think it would just fall down, or by now. But you all right?
Yeah, I have a big studio out here, so it's pretty hot in my studio while I'm doing this interview.
Well, somebody asked, like, Tommy looks distressed, and I was like, he's not distressed. I'm like, I think he's more hot than distressed. I just want to make sure you're okay. All right. But yeah, I would love to go back to England, and I've always wanted to go to the Bahamas, like somewhere really tropical. I think that would be really cool. Okay, so Tommy, if you ever did become a big movie director, what would be like the first movie that you'd like? What would it be? Like, what type of genre would you want to direct first?
Maybe I would possibly direct a horror movie or an action movie. Okay. It's hard to say, but if I had the good budgeting, someone to get behind me to make the storyline, to help me creating the storyline in a good budget, that would be incredible and that would probably be an action movie or a. John, I'll be right back.
Okay. All right, Tommy, we'll be back, guys. I think Tommy had to go visit his mom real quick, so we'll be back. I was about to ask Tommy what type of horror movie. So whenever he comes back, I will ask him what type of horror movie. But real quick, while he's gone, guys, how have I been doing on the interview? Has the interview been going pretty good? I'm sorry. I've tried to get to as many comments as possible. Give the guy a break. You guys are saying some crazy stuff in the comments, so just give the guy a break. Like, how is Debbie Fitton's Fears? Can you ask Tommy? Yeah, I'm not gonna ask all that crap. Just cut him some slack. Oh God, I just said a classic Fears line. You know what I mean, though. But anyway, how has the interview been going? Has Fears been doing a good job? Let me know in the comments. I tried to make it a really good, because I don't want anyone to hate on Tommy. I don't want anyone to hate on me. I've been trying to keep it a nice, neutral, topic. We do have 38 dislikes. All right. All right. Nice. We've had a few calls on Tommy's phone, but anyone else, let me know. How is the interview going? Let me know. Let's see. You should ask him about the past co-host. I'd like to know more about them. But Tommy was talking some no hate on you fears. Well, hey, thanks, man. But Lucky Chucky says I like it. But I don't think you guys. I don't know everything about the whole, like the what is it? What's the word? I don't know all about the co-hosts and all the drama and stuff that happened between Raz and what would Tommy call him? The Pixel. What would Tommy call his co-hosts back in the day? His mods. I can't remember what the hell it is. So I didn't really want to get it. I didn't really want to get in all about that. You know. Well, he said, yeah, Tommy was talking crap about Timmy. Apparently, I respect Tommy, though, because I gave him a second chance. Apparently, he doesn't like Timmy. I love Timmy. He's fucking great. The guy, Timmy, makes me fucking lose my mind. I laugh hysterically. It's hilarious. Oh my gosh, Retro, that's crazy. He says, I'm licking Pixel's ass on that statement. Jesus Christ. Retro says you're doing well. Well, hey, thanks, man. I thought it'd be a cool interview. The only thing I didn't like about Tommy, and I've already told Tommy this, so I'm not talking shit, is I said, Tommy, I think it was inappropriate for you to like scream and go ballistic on Raz like in the live stream, and he apologized for that. And I think what he said to Carrie was just way below the belt. But he said he apologized for that too. But in actuality, Carrie drives people nuts. Pixel knows this from experience. I know this from experience. She showed me her ass, her disgusting tits, and her whale-like pussy. I mean, Jesus Christ. And Carrie, when you watch this, I'm not making fun of you. It's just true. You drive people nuts with all this sex stuff. Thank God she's got Alex right now. Oh, well, no. She technically doesn't have Alex anymore because I talked to Carrie like 2 or 3 days ago, and she said that they broke up because like Alex was stealing money. I'm like, well, then there you go, Carrie. I'm like, the guy's a scumbag. I'm like, you don't go out with a dude that steals money from you. Blah blah blah. So, but yeah, FearsMan26 official fan club. Apparently he doesn't like Timmy. I love Timmy though. Timmy's fucking great. I can't wait for new content now that Timmy's alive. He's alive. Retro says you're doing well. Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Oh, Pixel says they're back together again. Hilarious. I told Carrie not to date that asshole ever again. The dude stole money from her. Why on earth would you? I don't get it. I just don't get it. That's hilarious. I'm not being too loud, am I? Okay. I felt rude because I'm doing a YouTube show and I saw you guys over there and I was like, I hope I'm not being too loud. I'm entertaining my fans, so you gotta give them what they want. There you go. Okay, cool. I felt rude because I was like, I'm talking a little bit loud. I'm like, I don't want to. What's up with all the dislikes? I don't know. Classic trolls coming in and giving me, this may be a record, 41 dislikes. At least I got 3. I got 3 likes though. Yay! I don't give a shit anymore. I do not care what they do. And if they do put up fake videos, I'll just report them and they'll get off YouTube. I'll just block them. I don't give a shit. It's so much greater and so much less stress when you don't give a shit. I don't care. So, as my brother would say, my YouTube brother loved dislikes. So, anyway. All right, Tommy, welcome back.
Hello, John.
People were saying, like, well, while we were gone, they were like, what's up with all the hate against Timmy? Tommy doesn't like Timmy. I was defending you. Well, not really defending.
I don't hate him. I just, some of his content I'm disappointed in.
Yeah, I wasn't defending you. I was just saying apparently Tommy doesn't like Timmy, and then I went, I absolutely love Timmy. I'm like, he makes me fucking lose my mind. I laugh. He's hilarious. I'm like, but yeah. So I get you. Pixel said probably your biggest interview yet. I know. I think the most people I've ever had watching I think is 15, and I think we've had 15 people watching so far. So Tommy, if you want to use some of these bits of this interview and put it on your channel, you're more than welcome to. If you want to share it on TommyNC2010, you're more than welcome. Let me scroll through some of the comments here. And you okay?
Yeah, I got my allergies.
Okay.
Sorry.
No problem. Pickle says you're doing well on the interview. So people have been enjoying the interview, Tommy. And some people were giving you hate, and so I said, cut Tommy's a break, and then they said, well, no hate on you, Fears. I was like, well, I appreciate no hate on me, but I'm like, let's not hate on Tommy, all right? And let's see, there's some comments that I'm gonna skip. Apparently, Retro likes licking Pixel's ass. He says, I'm licking Pixel's ass on that comment. Oh, I'm sorry, on that statement. Well, hey, Retro, you do your thing, buddy. Oh, man. Tommy, like you, I've got some hilarious fans, I got some great fans, and I got some crazy fans. You sure you're all right? Do you need to get a drink of water?
I'm
okay.
fine.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because everyone's like, Tommy's coughing. I was like, well, yeah, no shit, he's coughing. I'm sure he has allergies or whatever. Okay, yeah, Tommy. Allergies. So you've never been out of the country, right? Because we were talking about traveling.
No, I've never been out of the country, really.
Tommy, it is one of the best experiences ever. Like it may like what's been one of the best experiences of your entire life? And then whenever you go traveling, double that by 90, and that's what it is. I'm telling you, when you go out of the country, it's amazing. Like I went to England my first time, I was like 5 or 6. And the last time I went was back in 2010, 2011 for my cousin's wedding. And each time I go, people would think, oh, he's went so many times to England, it gets boring. No, every time you go, it's exciting. It's amazing. So what's been like the best experience ever in your entire life?
One of my best experiences was going to Vlogger Fair, and that was a great time. I had a great time at Vlogger Fair. I've had a great time going to Playlist Live in Florida.
Now that may be the vlog that I was talking about, because I couldn't remember what convention it was, but it was some type of convention like that. And I remember like 2 girls came up and asked you for autographs, and I was like, hey, good for Tommy. I'm like, not only is he having fun, but he's getting a lot of exposure for his channel. But I don't remember what convention it was. It was either Vlogger Fair or Playlist Live or one of them, So tell about, and your dad came with you. I think your dad was in the vlogs.
Which one, Vlogger Fair?
I don't remember. Like, remember how I said like my favorite vlog of yours?
Hamza came to Vlogger Fair, and then my dad went to Vlogger Fair.
Okay, so it may have been that.
No, wait a minute. Hamza went to Playlist Live. My dad went to Vlogger Fair.
But yeah, someone says, I hope Tommy's okay. He's been coughing all day. Guys, he's fine. He just has allergies. Don't worry about it. Oh, Retro says, I agree with Pixel's statement that you're doing well. Well, that's cool, Retro. I didn't know what you meant about the licking of Pixel's ass.
I may have to speak at this interview because I haven't eaten dinner at all yet. So okay, whatever questions you have to ask me, I will answer them. And I have to run off soon.
Okay, no worries, no worries. Whenever you get hungry, because I was going to end it probably in about 15-20 minutes anyway, because I have a video to edit. So one of the best experiences was the playlist live. Explain the experience.
It was amazing. It was one of the most awesome experiences. It was like a massive party on steroids. Just one of the most awesome events I've ever been to. It was really cool to go to Playlist Live and experience it. And we're hoping to raise enough money to experience Playlist Live DC.
So, if in your opinion, you think Playlist Live is way better than VidCon, correct?
Yes, I think in my opinion, Playlist Live is a lot better than VidCon.
And I don't know if you told me this, but tell me the main difference between VidCon and Playlist Live.
Playlist Live, I think they pay more attention to their content creators, and VidCon they just pay more attention to the bigger content creators, and that's just my opinion.
Okay. Well, I've never went to any of those, so I'd love to experience either both or one of them. Next question. You said you'd want to go to Germany or England. I'm telling you, Tommy, between those two, I've never been to Germany, but as a person that has went to England for about 25 times in his life, and I've got family over there, you would have a ball. When you go there, Tommy, you got to check out, first you got to check out London Bridge. That's great. Then you got to check out Parliament. You got to check out the Palace, where all the royals live. And you got to check out Skyborough. It's a little town. Oh, not a little town. It's a big town. They got beautiful beaches, total great nightlife in Scarborough. I've been there about 2 or 3 times in my life. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's Scarborough, I think is how you pronounce it. It is awesome, Tommy. There's like a fair down there. There is a stretch of beach when you go down there, right? Tons of shops. You said you love, they've got tons of Chinese down there, if memory serves me, but not just Chinese. They've got different types of food. So you definitely got to check that out when you go.
Yeah.
So now here's a good question since we're on Guy, because somebody asked, I don't remember who asked this in the comments. It was a while back. They said, if Fears and Tommy planned a road trip or some type of trip, what would we do? Where would we go, Tommy?
Um,
What do you think? Because I had some ideas of my own, but I was like, since I'm interviewing Tommy, I will ask him first.
maybe New York. Maybe we go to New York. Go to New York City. I know some people up in New York that would let us crash in upstate New York, and we probably chill in New York City, go around and see the sights and shoot some videos, shoot some vlogs, and then do some awesome videos together.
We'll see. We could kill two birds with one stone. We could check out one. We could check out all the Ghostbuster locations, and two, we could like hunt down Black Aldrin and kick his ass because that guy's been on that guy's been on my nerves forever. So yeah, we could just tie him. We could just tie him up and throw him.
Where are you, Black Aldrin? Don't worry, we're not going to hurt you.
We're just gonna beat you up and just leave you for dead in an alleyway. No, I'm just joking. He does get me angry sometimes, but no, I think that would be a cool idea, Tommy. I've actually got a book, a Ghostbuster book, and inside the Ghostbuster book, it's got every single New York location. So I think what would be cool is we hop from location to location and document it, like we document the trip of all the Ghostbuster locations. Because I told my friends, my family, like before I die, Fears will get a picture in front of that goddamn Ghostbuster house. It's a must. I have to. Someone says, shouldn't be threatening people like that, John. Well, obviously I was kidding. I mean, even though Black Aldrin's a thorn in my side, obviously I'm not going to go to New York and do that because I don't even know who the guy is. So it's called a joke, guys. I was kidding around. Anyway, so Tommy,
they're gonna take that comment.
Oh yeah, I know. They're gonna go ballistic with it, even though I was joking. Well, Tommy, last couple of questions. I got three more questions, and then we're gonna end it. I just wanted to thank you so much for coming on the show. First question: would you ever come back and do another interview? Would you ever be back on Fears Man 20?
I would love to. Anytime you want me to come on, John, I'll come on.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
We'll work on something for getting you on to Tommy Talks. I'll work for getting you booked on Tommy Talks at some point, and we'll work on it.
Yeah. Like I said, I have Saturdays and Sundays off, so the best time for me to do it would be either on a Saturday or Sunday. I would be honored to be on Tommy Talks. And Tommy said that he said this off camera, guys. Tommy said, John, I'd be more than happy to help you, boost up your subscribers. And I was like, I really appreciate that, man. After all the crap that we've been through, I'm glad that we could settle all of the crap, Tommy. And we're on a neutral level. It's a brand new day. You know what I'm saying? It's good. It's good. Second question. I forgot to ask. Now, I'm a big dog lover. Are you a dog lover or a cat lover? And
I am more of a cat person, honestly.
Okay, so when you were young, did you have any cats or any pets growing up?
Yes, I had one cat. His name was Sammy, and he met his demise dramatically.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I have two cats, Spooky and Candy. We lost Poppy to a hailstone, and
oh man, that sucks.
I made a video talking about it on my channel a long time ago when I was still a small YouTuber, and
I used to have a dog. Her name was Penny. I got her when I was 8 years old, and before I went off to film school, she passed away. So it was from about 1992, 1993 to about 2005, 2006ish. She just died of old age. Like we took really good care of her. She had so much arthritis, Tommy. Like we trained Penny to go down to the the end of the yard and grab the paper. She could barely get to the end of the yard, and my mom and dad looked at me and my brother and was like, "Look, she can barely walk because of the arthritis." And my dad's like, "Hey, John, before you go, I think we're gonna, take her and put her down." And I was like, I would rather Penny be in no pain and rest peacefully than to be alive in pain, because she was suffering in so much pain. I was just like, let's just, stop the pain, So I do miss her though. She was a great dog. And then after that, we had she was a white lab, and then we had a brown lab named Darcy, and she just didn't work out because she kept chewing almost everything in our house. My dad's like, we got to get rid of Darcy, but we found her a good home. All right. So last question, Tommy. Whenever you interview John Fears on Tommy Talks, what is going to be the first question, so I can prepare my answer?
I want it to be a surprise. I want that to be a surprise, and
okay.
I have a leave of questions that I ask people that I always ask them, and so I want that to be a surprise.
And before we go, I was telling everybody, I think at one point Tommy did interview me, but I think it was on your old channel, Tommy. I don't think it was on this.
My smaller channel. It was on my smaller channel. It was on
Yeah.
the channel the Tommy Live channel. I interviewed you.
Okay. So I think, because I was going to ask you this off camera, but I might as well ask you now. Do you think it'll help my channel grow if I'm on your main channel?
Yes, it would. I think. Well, definitely. I've been. We'll have. We'll definitely get a link to your channel in
Awesome.
the description below when the stream is over. I've been having a hard time figuring out how to get the description on the live broadcasts because I've been using I've been going live. I've been using a website to go live from YouTube and Twitch. So when I go live, I'm going live to YouTube and Twitch now, and I have the real TommyNC2010 on Twitch, and I've been going live from there.
Well, I mean, if you couldn't figure it out, I'm sure Hamza can help you. Because Hamza helps you with all that kind of stuff, and doesn't he help you sometimes edit the videos? Or do you?
No, I have a new editor. His name is Ant-Man. Ant-Man 903 is his name.
Dude, that's a great name, Ant-Man. That's awesome. Because Fears loves that Marvel movie Ant-Man. That is so cool. Like, hey, my name's Ant-Man. That's great.
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, before we go, I just want to thank Tommy one more time, and I want to thank all the fans. And guys, this is not a paid advertisement. Tommy said he was willing to help me gain more subscribers on his own, so I'm not using Tommy to get subscribers because I know what the trolls will say. They're like, oh, he's just wants to be on TommyTon to get subscribers. But the only reason why I asked that question is because since I'm such a low YouTuber, I don't know how all that the views and likes. I mean, I know how it works a little bit, Tommy, but since you've been more in the game, that's why I asked that. So I just wanted to let everybody know I'm going on there because I wouldn't mind being interviewed, because I was like, well, if Tommy gives me an interview, I'll give him an interview. So I was a nice guy, and I beat Tommy to the punch, and I thought, well, if he's going to have me on, I will interview him first before I'm on him. So we decided that off camera. So I just wanted to let everybody know that I'm not using Tommy. We're on a fresh start, and Tommy's doing this out of the kindness of his heart. So I really appreciate that, Tommy. I really do.
Thank you, John. And you have a great day.
So we're going to take off, guys, and this is John Fears and TommyNC2010, and we're out of here. Peace.